This is Total Dwarf Hammer. Grudges will be settled. Howdy, howdy. Pseudolvil here. Welcome to my new dwarf campaign. This is a take on the campaign mode that I've seen a lot of YouTubers play called This is Total War, and that's playing any Total War game, not just Warhammer, where you declare war on everyone you see, and you maintain that war through the entire game. But this is going to have a bit of a Dowie twist, just to make it fun. We are actually going to declare war on anyone who is at war with any Dowie, period. And we will maintain that war until the peace has been worked out between the faction that was originally at war with them and were the last ones left at war with them, and a grudge has been satisfied, something appropriate to the transgression against the Dowie. You know, it may be wiping out the faction, it may be sacking their capital, it may just be a big financial peace agreement, depending on really what that is. Because in this campaign, Dowie will stick together. Now, the idea is that the other idea is that we want to make sure every single Dowie faction stays alive to the end of the game. None of them get wiped out. And this is actually extremely difficult to accomplish. I've had a couple cracks at it, and it's really fun, but it's very, very difficult to accomplish because you have to discover every faction, and you have to become at least defensive allies with them so you can see what's going on in their province to make sure that if they need help, you can go and support it. And there's quite a distance between particularly the Silver Road and the northern dwarves and the far western dwarves. It's extremely difficult, but that's one of the things that we accomplish. So the game is actually only over when every single Dowie faction is at peace, including us, and every grudge has been settled. Alright, so let's get going. Of course, we're going to play Thorgrim Grudgebearer, the High King, and he's going to reinstate the Dowie Kingdom. And I think this is kind of a fun little dwarf content. Right now, Total Warhammer 2 is coming out. There's lots of YouTubers on it, and there's no dwarf content out here, so I definitely had a hankering for it. So we'll provide some dwarf content for the Dowie lovers out there, and when the Total War 2 combined map comes out, we'll try and do this again. There's two more dwarf factions, one in Lustria and one in the Southlands, that are included. It would make it even harder because there'd be that much more distance. But I mean, I don't even know if this is possible, to be honest. Like I said, I had a couple of cracks at it. I thought this is really extremely fun, extremely challenging. I've got to give it a go and tape it and present it and let other people watch, and it'd be great to see how other people go about this, you know. So one of the things I found out is you have to make diplomatic agreements with dwarfs. So you have to go down here and get these dwarven emissaries as fast as you can so you can get those defensive alliances and see what's happening in their province. Normally I wouldn't go down this line, I mean even ever, but it just has to be done. There's no other way to do this. We'll go to Karazakarak and get our buildings going. Of course we want our income buildings first, and I do want to get these quarrelers, so we'll get that started. And I'm not going to fight him first turn. It's just too atrocious to do so. we'll go ahead and recruit
The runes are cast.
3 dwarf warriors, and we'll go and look at our relations. So Brakvar is at war with no one.
And what can the Dawi do for you on this front?
No defensive alliance. Zufbar is at war, and we're at war with Bloody Spears.
Greetings, Kinnaman of the Hold. What?
And away we go. I believe that's everything. All right. And just a few housekeeping things. I mean, if you're watching this and you like really fast campaign play, you know, like Legend of Total War, who's awesome, like Heir of Carthage, Prince of Macedon, people that really plow through their campaigns and keep them exciting and moving along quite well, it's probably not going to be a great watch for you. I'm very rusty, I haven't played for a long time, and I do tend to take a lot of time in between turns. I like to watch all the actions of the NPCs on the campaign map. I go through all my decisions very slowly, so this might be a little bit boring for you, but if you just want to capture some of the best parts of it, you know, watch 5 minutes every episode, and at the end, and you'll kind of get the gist of where I am at any time. So we'll go ahead and
attack.
Fight this first battle. And, you know, I could auto-resolve through this, but we'll see if we can get those orc big guns absolutely obliterated. And I'm an average general at best. So again, if you're here for amazing gameplay, you're probably not going to get it, but you'll get interesting campaign play. All right, let's just see where my maximum distance is here. Okay, that should do it. Let's group those guys. I'll want one Quarreler on the side so he can loop around. And you know, it's going to look funny that I'm grouping him in a group of 1, but that's just how I like to do it. I always have a left and a right for my Quarrelers, or ranged units, and it just, I guess I'm just used to controlling it that way. Okay, and we'll put Thorgrim in the front, and I think, let's just see, we got these miners. Where's these big guns? So, on the right side, I think I'm going to send the miners after their lord, and we'll send these guys after the big guns, and then we'll wrap around this way. Okay, so we can go ahead and start.
We'll guard it. Yes, we stay put.
Let's get the big guns. And we'll just fast forward it to get them here. Let's just
miners. Range far, range fast.
Spread these guys out a little bit.
Move. Plow through. Quarrelers. Range far, range fast. Plow through. Killers. We are relentless.
Okay, these goblin archers are worthless. I do want to get their orc air boys first, because if they rout, it will have effect. Or these goblin archers, I think, are expendable, or have the expendable trait.
Miners! Kill the old sweaters!
Boys,
taking aim! Yes, Lord!
let's get a shot.
Kill them Falling
Let's get one
being
shot
free.
into him.
Dwarf warriors! Put those dwarven lights! Down! Yes! For the ancestors! For the ancestor gods! Yeah! Dwarf warriors! Be it ready! Can't do nothing against us! Vengeance! Vengeance! Fire on the foe! Fire on the foe!
Get these guys over here. How's Thorgrim doing?
Yes! Move! Pump those dwarven legs! Kazakh, ha! Nothing can stop us! Yes! Yes! Hammerers!
Okay.
Shoot the wazards! Go! Yes! Killers!
Just keep attacking them.
Hasu!
Come on.
Move off! We demand blood! The clans unite! Attack the axe! Hammer! Yes! Vengeance! Querulous! For the ancestors! Querulous! Vengeance! Hazuk! Pick your targets well! For the Caravan Corps! For the ancestors! Dwarf warriors! Dull! Train them! Kill worms! They have wronged us! Pump those dwarfen legs!
Here.
Aye! Go! Nothing can stop us!
Get these orc boys.
Killers!
Let's get these orc big guns. I want to wipe out those big guns just to make sure they're not
Brooch thrower!
there for the next battle.
Hammerers! Yes!
And we will leave Nashrak here. I do want him in an injured state just so he dies pretty easy. Let's get rid of these guys here.
Querulous! Artillery ready!
Okay, let's...
The next kill's ours!
And again, this is... Let me see. How healthy is he?
Vengeance!
2,000 more hit points in him. No, he's really hurt.
Reload!
So we'll just let him go.
Brooch thrower!
We'll fast forward it, and we'll keep our boys. And it always is good to go at the end of a battle if you really want to maximize your XP, particularly with your artillery. It makes a really big difference. Okay, end that battle. So only 122 losses is not too bad. Relatively evenly split. You know, I took a little more damage with Thorgrim, but that's just fine. And good, he's nice and injured. These guys are gone, which is precisely what I wanted. And in this mode, you can't release captives because it's not that it hurts your replenishment rate, but often it hurts your relationships with other dwarf factions. Plus, you do need the leadership when you're in legendary. It makes a big difference.
The High King moves!
All right. Good. Now we're gonna
It is time!
go through and get Axe Lord first, just to make our infantry much better. It's a massive difference, and it's almost a requirement on legendary. Now, I could attack the settlement or the army. I want to attack the army first, and then attack the settlement, so I get 2 chances at XP.
Tag them!
Just really helps your growth early on. And dead. Warriors Dragonfire Pass.
To war! Attack! Very well.
Alrighty.
Dawi have been put to work fixing.
Thanks, buddy. And yep. And we'd want to go do that ambush at Thundering Falls to get our runesmith, because he's going to help go and discover everybody. He's going to make a big impact. He won't get into an army or really help us in our provinces until, you know, much later in the game. But he'll have an impact early for us. Okay. And of course we want to get our money going. Alright.
Retake the realms!
And we'll just recruit
Aye, it will better our cause.
3 more dwarf warriors. These guys are coming up. And one thing about defensive alliances, it really does help see when these little stacks are coming to annoy you. Rockvar, okay, we are not at war with them.
Come, kin. Let us feast and drink.
Okay. Oh, did they?
And what can the Dawi do for you?
Zifbar. Any
Aye.
change? Nope.
Let
Alright. Technology's good.
Send me
Recruiting.
to vengeance.
And I think we're good all around. So I had it on off there because I was just playing around. I normally have that on full so I can see
Lad,
every single move from every single faction.
ready access.
So we'll go ahead and take Mount Squighorn.
Bang! Hogs bow.
Hey, well that's not too bad. Alright, and this is going to be that. So let's just get our growth going here.
The High King
And I'm
acts.
going to recruit those spoilers that I needed. And we'll get the income going in Mount Squighorn. Yeah, it's two turns until a surplus here, and then we can start doing this. I do want to race up and get this Thane. Race. I want to get up there as quickly as I can. The big decision points. Alright, let's just go here.
And what can the
All
Dawi
right,
do
come on,
for
boys.
you on this farm? Honor to your ancestors.
Let's do this. Well, you can see we're improving. So maybe in a couple of turns we'll get one or both of these as defensive allies. And we are still at war with everyone. All our allies are at war. So the big decision point right here is to go right away to the ambush of Thundering Falls and grab my runesmith, and then continue up to Mount Gunbad to get that gold mine and the Brightstone mine, which is, I mean, this settlement alone can support 2 full armies. And then grab Grand Peak, or to try and take care of some of this southern realm and just sack our way down here, possibly take Black Crag, then come up, so that we really secure our southern flank. But that's going to be for episode 2. I hope this concept for a Let's Play is interesting, and even if you're if you want to try it on your own, if you're a dwarf lover and you're looking for a new way to play the game that's unmodded but incredibly challenging, give it a try. It's really fun. See how you like it, and let me know. Other than that, I hope you found it interesting, and I will see you soon.